everyone. Today we've got Kristin again, the life coach that we love, and we are going to be talking about the concept of tentacles. Um, and so, I guess for starters, Kristin, what does the concept of tentacles even mean?
Yes. So, as I was thinking about how connected I am to other people's experiences, I had this image pop into my head of feeling tentacles. And the
Mm.
idea is that I was sitting at dinner and I realized as I was sitting at dinner, I was checking in with almost every other person at the restaurant near me, like I had these feeling tentacles that were going out to every person and checking in on how they were feeling and how they were interacting with the person around them.
Okay.
So it was almost temperature checking the people around me.
Okay. And then I remember this one example you gave me was about like the heater and you feeling really cold sitting outside, wanting the heater, but not like asking for it. How does the tentacles kind of show up for that?
Yes. So I was sitting at dinner and it was very cold, and I imagined like I had these tentacles to the other people I was sitting at dinner with. And the idea was I was more worried about being annoying or difficult to them than I was about taking care of myself. So the idea of asking for a
Mhm.
heater or asking for a blanket from the restaurant, I was more concerned about what they would feel or think than how I was abandoning myself through their
Mm.
feelings. So the idea is like almost winding my tentacles back from every person at the table, like just one at a time, and then coming back to what do I feel and what do I need? I feel cold. I need a heater. And so the
Mm.
more I take care of myself, the more I can be present with those I'm around.
Ooh, I love that. So I remember when you told me about this concept as well. There have been a lot of moments in my life where just the idea, the imagery of tentacles, I can feel it. I can see my tentacles reaching out towards other people and wondering, oh, what do they think? Or what do they feel? Or do they think I look good enough? Do they think I look pretty? And then I'm just like the reeling it back in, and all of a sudden I feel all this energy like come back, and I'm like, no, it's all within me. It's all within what I feel, what I need. So I love the concept of the imagery that you've created. And I just kind of want to show everyone that we've kind of came up with AI images that I think is pretty dope. So I want to just quickly share that. Do you want to talk a little bit about this, Kristen? Like, what does this actually represent?
So this idea that so I like this woman sitting at dinner with all these other people having their own experiences, but if she is always connected to what they're like what they might be feeling, what they might be thinking, she's not connected to herself. And so the idea
Hmm.
is come like just checking in, like just pausing, whether you're walking at the grocery store, you're sitting at dinner, you're um waiting at a red light. I mean, the silliest of experiences for me, going to bar class, like where are my tentacles? Am I checking in with everyone around me, or am I deeply connected to myself? And so the idea is this woman sitting at dinner, there's the man sitting in the front. Is he okay? I don't know. Is he okay? He looks not great. Maybe there's something going on at home. The woman on the left, there's like you could even create stories about each of these people. But if she can pull those tentacles back one at a time and just check in with what does she feel and what does she need, she can then be a lot more responsive to herself, which then balances her nervous system. So then she can be present with those around her.
Hmm. I love that. Another example that's coming up for me is like, for example, when I was in the city and I was going to the gym, and I hadn't been to a public gym in a while. And so as soon as I enter, like my tentacles are out. oh, is this guy judging me? Oh, do they think I'm doing this wrong? Oh, if I sit on that machine and I don't know what to do, am I gonna be judged for looking like an idiot? And so for me, at that time, I didn't know the concept of tentacles, but I really had to come back to myself of like, this, I'm doing this for me. I don't care if they think I look like an idiot. I am doing this for me, my health. I'm doing this to get stronger. So coming back to self was almost like a grounding. It was grounding for me. Uh, and so that was just another example that I thought of.
Absolutely, a
And
hundred.
that, and then we came up with this. Oh, can you see my screen? Hold on. We came up with this other imagery. Is it popping up?
Not yet. Ah, there it
I don't know.
is.
This other one. Do you want to describe this one?
Yeah. So even just walking down the street, you may notice it's a fun game to play. Like if you start thinking about tentacles as a game versus it's heavy or hard, but just really a game. So imagine, she's walking down the street and she's checking in with every person. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? Are they okay? Are they not okay? Am I okay? What's happening? Um, and so we can have so many tentacles out at once. I mean, we could be connected to a ton of people just walking down the street. I can give an example. I just visited Japan and sitting on a train, oh, look at them. Like they seem really connected. Oh, are they okay? Yeah, they seem okay. Oh, that person's crying. I wonder, whoa. And it's dissociation. I'm dissociating into every person around me. So if I can become aware and just like this woman in the picture, pulling these energy tentacles back to her one at a time, just I'm okay. It's okay. Coming back to, and then what do I feel? What do I need? And then to the example on the train, I feel actually great. I just need to enjoy this quiet time. Cool. Let's just enjoy this quiet time. And so just having that awareness in everyday circumstances can be incredibly healing and also really balancing for our nervous systems.
Yeah, I agree. So, what does the concept of tentacles really reveal to us when they are all over? What does it mean?
Yeah. So typically it's like a dysregulated nervous system. So it's going on like high alert. It's checking in on the energy of everyone around us to make sure we're safe. So it's just an awareness system of how connected to me am I and how balanced is my nervous system. So when I use it as a check-in system, it's really healing. Example, I was literally at bar class yesterday and the feeling was, oh, am I dressed appropriately? Am I not dressed? If I'm late, then are they going to judge me? But oh God, if I'm late, then it was just this, it starts to go into the brain space. And the brain space can be a source of stress. And so this system brings us back from the brain back into the body. So when I
Mm.
pull my energy tentacle from the woman that's dressed in a super cute workout outfit and I'm dressed in like a long sleeve shirt and leggings, like going, oh no, am I okay? Am I okay? Like it's pulling it back. And then what do I feel? I feel like really comfortable. What do I need? I need to be really gentle with my body at workout class today. Cool. And then also the tentacles can be a bit of a survival mechanism for making sure the people around us are okay so that we're safe. But really, our safety comes from being deeply connected to ourselves.
Mm.
I'm connected to myself, then all of my systems are working at their best to keep me safe. There's a part of the brain that's just always checking for danger. So if I'm overriding that system by making sure everyone around me is okay, then I'm not letting my brain do what it does best.
Right. Yeah. And you even mentioning like asking yourself, what do I feel? What do I need? I don't think I've been doing that every time the concept of tentacles come up. I just look at it like, oh shit, like awareness. Oh, I'm too focused externally versus internally. So I think I should come back to those questions of like, what do I feel? What do I need? To come back to even grounding and bringing it back even further to myself.
Yeah, and it just is a really quick, I mean, it's a, like I said, it's a fun game. It can be more difficult depending on, like, let's say that you're around triggering relationships, or you're around people that are really challenging for you. Then it can be extra hard because you're always scoping for safety. But it's just being aware of, whoop, 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 tentacles, come on back, come on back. Like I actually play this game when I go to dinner most of the time because I'm highly empathetic. And I am always checking on people's energy. That's just one of my gifts. So I am like, whoo. I mean, I'll sit at dinner and be like, butt in the seat, pull my energy back. And I have like a funny little thing. Like if they're not paying me, they don't get, like, I don't check in on their energy. Like, nope.
Right.
So just pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. So then I'm fully present with whoever I'm at dinner with. But it can be
Hmm.
really sneaky. My tentacles will just be like, and like just try to connect. And so it's like just letting them know, no, no, no. Our safety comes from being deeply connected to ourselves, not having our energy with like 8 tentacles just everywhere at the restaurant.
Right. Yeah. Wow, that's powerful. Awesome. Is there anything else you feel like is missing about the concept of tentacles that you feel like people should know of?
Hmm. Yeah. So with more challenging relationships, I know we've talked about this a little bit, but if you think about an octopus tentacle, they have little suction
Hmm.
cups. So with relationships that are more challenging for us, maybe that's a family member, maybe that's a friend, a loved one, a boss, someone like that, where we're constantly connected to, if they're okay, then I'm okay.
Hmm.
Imagine those octopus suckers like on them. So it may take a bit more effort to pull each suction cup off of them. It's not as easy as just
Hmm.
reeling it in. It's actually just slowly pulling each suction cup off of them and saying, even if they're not okay, I'm okay. Even if they're
Hmm.
upset, I'm okay. Even if they're angry, I know I'm taking care of myself. So those
Hmm.
relationships can be a little bit more challenging to keep ourselves deeply connected to our feelings and needs.
Okay. And so for someone who this concept of tentacles is newer to, how do they know if their suckers are tightly around versus more of like reeling it in? Like, how could they tell that difference?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So I would say that there's this always this like little fear of disappointing them, fear of um oh, if they're mad at me, I'm not okay, or oh, if they're sad, I'm not okay, or if they're struggling, I'm not okay, if they don't approve of me, I'm not okay. So it's just noticing how much of my okayness is attached to them.
Mm. Ooh, okay.
So if a lot of my okayness is attached to their emotional experience, I've got a lot of suction cups attached.
Yeah.
I can say, like, for example, let's say that um someone close to me says, I need you to go run this errand for me, but I'm not in a good place to do that. If I can't say to them, I love you, I don't have the capacity for that, but is there another way I can support you? If I can't say that, if I can't honor myself and take care of myself in that relationship, because I'm afraid if I say no, they'll be mad, or if I say no, they'll be upset, or if I say no, they will be disappointed, I've got some suckers.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Wow. Yeah, no, that's a good way to tell.
Yeah. So
Okay.
just how many attachment points do I have to them for my safety?
Right.
And it's a
Okay.
beautiful exercise of, one, if as you're pulling each sucker off at a time, I'm okay even if they're upset with me. even if they reject me, I'll never reject me. Even if they're upset with me, I know I'm taking really good care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not
Okay.
abandoning myself to take care of them. Like those are the
Right.
deepest forms of taking care of ourselves so that we can be fully present for others.
Okay. Ooh, that was amazing. Quick concept, but I think there's just so much there for people to learn about themselves. If someone wants to reach out to you, where can they find you?
Yes, at kristinwald.com, or you can email me at kristin@kristinwald.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kristin.
Thank you.
And bye, guys. See you soon. Bye.